Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mario Sena, the president of Agape Transportation. And as I promised before, the podcast number 2 in English. This is the promise, and this is with delivering. So the information we gave on the previous podcast that we could not, we didn't have the time to record it in English, so we have the English version. I will do my best. And I hope my best is good enough for you. Say hello to everybody of you. Thank you for your services as usual. This podcast is mainly for Agape taxi drivers. Yeah, of course, you can share with anybody else, but especially for the drivers of Agape Transportation. Agape Transportation is a taxi company located mainly in New York City, and we serve the non-emergency transportation. We take people to and from appointments, medical appointment. That's our specialty, and we've been doing that for the last 10 years. So this is Mario from Agape Transportation, for the grace of God and the president of that beautiful company. And we have some information to give you here in this beautiful and difficult language called English. First of all, the routing. The routing, you must be, remember, we assign the jobs in the morning we have a list about, I would say, I don't remember the last number, about 75 to 80 drivers that take the routing, the preset routing in the morning. For qualify for that, you must have at least 1 month working with Agape. So the routing is given the day before, and you have to make sure that you check on your phone, and then you accept the routing. Once you accept the routing, you are responsible for that routing, starting sometime for 3:30 in the morning for 4 o'clock. So we have jobs at Agape Transportation from 3:30 in the morning up to maybe 11 p.m. So it's almost 24, even though we open 24/7 for any question that members might have, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. We do have somebody to answer live to our customer. So the routing is given the day before, and you should accept it before 6 p.m., I guess, in the afternoon. So once you get once you accept the routing, you are responsible for that routing. If you reject a routing, because let me tell you first that we use an automatic system thanks to JLimo. JLimo is the software we use to dispatch, and they have come up with the idea of having a module that do the routing automatically. So it's not human involved. That has to be, but the routing is done automatically. So sometimes you're going to have a very good route. Next time it might not be so great, but the system is programmed that from 4 o'clock in the morning to 9 in the morning, from 4 to 9, you should be able, that is a minimum of $135. So you should be able to make $135 from 4 to 9 minimum. So after that, you can complete your $300, $350, $400 during the day. So that's the run. Once you have the routing, you cannot reject it. You should not reject it. If you reject the routing that day, for whatever reason it is, once you have accepted, then you're going to be taken off the list of routing for 1 week. That's one reason. Rejecting a call, rejecting a routing, it's penalty. You have a penalty of 1 week off the list for a routing, for the routing completely. You're off for 1 week. Now, other reason why you're going to be taken off the list if you oversleep, if you don't awake, if you don't get up on time for the first pickup, then you also penalize for 1 week of the routing. 1 week. Once, if you do that 3 times you do that, that's the strike. 3 times you punch out. you will be you'll be taken out of the routing for forever. So 3 times you reject or you oversleep, you out there the routing. So routing is beautifully because you go to sleep and you know exactly when to pick up, what time, and everything is set up for the next day. Guarantee at least $135 from 4 to 9. That's a minimum. Sometimes you make more on that routing depending on the route. As I said before, the routing could be different. Sometimes you do that in 5, 6 jobs. Sometimes you have to do 7, 10 jobs to accomplish that. But that's the system, automatically made this adjustment. So we have not too much to do with the routing anymore. So the system do it every day. So something else that we cook in here in the Agape Transportation is the limousines. J Limo is adding a feature that we asked them a long time ago, that the driver is going to be able, coming soon, the driver is going to be able to see exactly how much the check is going to be for this Wednesday. And also the driver will be able to see how much money they making that day or up to that day. So you're going to have live on your tablet. You go to My Info on top on the right on your tablet. On My Info, you're going to see how much is going to be your check for the last week and how much money you have been making up to that date. Isn't that beautiful? Coming soon. They finalizing that so that we have no glitch over there. But that's something that we requested and we thought was wonderful for the drivers. So you're going to be able to see how much you're making up to that day at any time on your tablet. Another thing that we have, the new accounts. We have a couple of new accounts. One of them called MTA, the MTA, and the other account, the DOE, Department of Education. The MTA, accessory from the city, and DOA, Department of Education. Now the Department of Education is sending some kits by car. So we have that availability that they ask us to cover those calls, but that's 2 accounts, MTA and DOH, a very, very volatile account. Those accounts, once you have one of those accounts, you should call right away for the customer. You should call right away the customer. If when you call, there is no contact, or otherwise, you have to notify the base immediately. Send a text saying no account MTA or DOH, no answer. And the dispatcher will cancel that call right away. So don't waste time on these 2 accounts. Could be a huge volume on that account, but it's a little volatile, not so sure, not so safe to make. So you have to call them, please. Make sure you don't waste time on this account. You send before you cancel. Of course, the base have to cancel you, but you immediately you send that the text saying that you have no contact, and we have no wait on that, and we immediately cancel you from that account. MTA and DOE, Department of Education. It have a great potential. So we also have the news that we have a couple of insurance company that nowadays they use us through the other brokerage, and they inquiring about if we can serve them directly without going through the brokerage. We have a conversation. They check in the legal the procedure on this, but they willing to go directly with us without going through any, so that we have control over the pricing and we can increase the price for the drivers. How about that? Sounds great. That's cooking. 2 more things. This coming November and December, this is the awesome gift from Agape, appreciation from our drivers. November and December, remember the base fee. The base fee is the dues that we cover, that you have to pay, that we collect from you every week. We're going to have a free base fee for 2 months, November and December. as a token of appreciation for our drivers. Besides that, of course, we're going to keep having the turkey on Thanksgiving, and we are going to have also the a little bottle of wine for December. But November and December, there is no base fee. Write it down, pass it through. No base fee for any existing driver of any incoming driver for that come to Agape Transportation. We have plenty of work. Actually, we are rejecting jobs. Literally, we rejecting jobs. We have so volume. So any driver that you could bring here is going to be appreciated and awesome, because we can increase our volume much more. So that's for the base fee, gratis, free base fee. So another event that's coming soon, January 15. Remember, save the date. January next year, the 15th, Saturday. We're gonna be celebrating our 10th anniversary. It's not just anniversary, Agape anniversary, but it's going to be a day that we're going to take to recognize some people from the taxi industry, to recognize them, the one we can, we know them, and that we recognize that they've been long enough in the industry and have served the taxi industry and the taxi drivers. So we're going to have anniversary recognition for that. That's going to be a huge event. We're going to expect over there over 800 drivers. Let me tell you from now, those incoming, that's going to be first come, first serve. It's going to be like that, because I know there's going to be advertised all over the places. We're going to have all the vendors, all the industry, all the vendors that serve the taxi industry, the brokers, insurance brokers, the black card fund. We're going to have lawyers over there that serve the industry. We're going to have, what else? We're going to have limousines over there explaining the new feature and everything. We're going to be recognizing limousines also for help the delivery bases here in Washington Heights, in New York complete. Limousines are going to be there. And all the vendors, or the car leasing are going to be there too, car leasing. So those vendors are going to be there. It's going to be a huge event. We're going to have possible some leaders, political leaders from the city also are going to be there. January 15. Let me tell you something that I haven't said any since we started this. That's going to be in a place called Tavern on the... No, it's not Tavern on the Green. It's, how you call it, on the park? Tavern on... Terrace on the park. Terrace on the park right there by the... after the Shea Stadium on the right is a big building over there with a huge parking lot. It's going to be there, the elevator building across from the I guess the park middle park over there. After you pass LaGuardia Shea Stadium before the I-95, the 495 on the right, you see that big building over there on the air. That's going to be what the 10th anniversary of Agape Transportation. That's going to be huge. I don't want you to miss it. Well, you can miss it, but let me tell you another attraction for that event. And that event, we're going to be raffling our new car for this year. A new car is going to be raffled in that event, our 10th anniversary. Plus, the new car is going to be raffle over there. It's free. You qualify November and December up to the January 15 is the date to qualify for this raffle. You have to be in to win. How you win, you get your tickets by the volume of jobs you respond November and December. For every 50 jobs, 50, every 50 jobs that you complete at Agape Transportation, you're eligible for one ticket. Every 50 jobs every 50 jobs, then you have one ticket. You can have 5, 6, 7, 10 tickets easily over there for a brand new car, and might be a particular brand name of cars. We're still working on that, but it's going to be excited that January 15. If you have any plan for that day, just cancel and be ready for January 15 for the 10th anniversary of Agape Transportation. As I say, my name is Mario Sena, president of the Agape Transportation, a non-emergency transportation established here in New York City for 10 years. We're becoming the faster growing company in the United States. Of course, we are one of the biggest provider of Medicaid and Medicare here in the state of New York. So you are all welcome. I hope this serve you for information. And remember, this podcast is not just for drivers. This is for entrepreneur guys that drive a taxi, professional people that drive a taxi and have a goal, and they know what they want in life. It's not just passing by to pay the rent and pay the insurance of the car. They have to be concentrated on goal, daily goal, weekly, monthly goal. What is it that you want in life? God has something big for you, but you have to look for it, you have to work for it. But this is blessing for all of us out there. So you have to make the efforts and look at your dreams. What is it that you're willing to do for having that you want for yourself and for your family? May God bless you. Thank you very much. And this is podcast number 2B. In English, version in English that I owe you from the last time. Thank you very much. Until the next time, this is Mario Sena from Agape Transportation. Thank you for our engineer, Danny Sena, my beloved son, and Joseph Abreu, my beloved grandson. Thank you very much. Have a great day.